whole group is here.
Which is good news.
Which is such good news. I mean, the whole family is kind of interested with her, which is amazing. They're all surrounding all the calves and everyone.
From the minute they're born, these females spend every day together. They live as long as humans and have equally strong emotional bonds. Cherie's family understands that something is wrong.
She's not looking good, David. She looks like she's going to fall down.
She's definitely not doing that great, I think.
She's just fallen down.
Really?
Yes.
That's her. She's just gone down. There she is. Daktari? But she's just, she just went down.
I think that she's just trying to stay alive for her baby, like any mother would. But because of that little one, she's just finding it very hard to let go. They're so like humans, elephants. Her little baby's trying to push her up. Oh, she's going down, my God. We know that they have a sense of their own mortality. But at least she's with her family. She's with her babies. It's reaching out its trunk and trying to hug its mother. But I've got to stay here. The problem is that if, for one reason or another, that baby leaves its mother's side, then we've got absolutely no hope of finding it tomorrow. I just need to make sure.
Saba and David will keep an all-night vigil for Sokate and Cherie.
The crew are back out looking for the stolen calf. Instead, they find a male, behaving rather oddly. He's curling his trunk up against his cheek. It's a sure sign of stress. It soon becomes clear why. A dead elephant. Inside the reserve, it's unlikely that people killed it. It could have died of old age or disease. The male pays his respects and moves on. Elephants are complex and highly intelligent. There are depths here we may never understand.
At first, penguins with chicks circulate on the outside, avoiding the pressure within. As the weather worsens, they'll all have to look for a place to tuck in. Eventually, a huge huddle forms. While those in the centre are warm and protected, those on the outside are still struggling. To share the heat around, the penguins take tiny steps to change position. Waves of movement ripple through the huddle, giving everyone a chance to have a go in the centre. The huddle is so efficient, penguins in the inner core can even overheat. As these penguins try to cool down, the colony starts to break up. The collapse acts as a release valve, shedding excess heat. But it's dangerous for the chick. As everyone moves position, some mothers topple in the crush. She tries to stop her full weight falling on her chick. Getting back up is especially difficult with a chick nestled in her pouch. Her care finally pays off. She and her chick rejoin the huddle as it starts to reform. Not all have been so lucky. This penguin has been searching for her lost chick. She hopes it might still be alive. Her pouch is the only lifesaver she knows. A female companion shows her concern. The mother invested everything into her chick. To lose it is a tragedy. She will have to wait another year.
Yeah, she is very determined and going back to somewhere in a very, very straight line. This is super encouraging. This is exactly what lionesses do when they've got tiddlers. I will put money on the fact that in those bushes she's got a little surprise for us. We're just going to keep back, see what's going on. That's it, she's going in. I can see her just tucked in the bushes. I can't see anything else. Maybe she's just resting. Oh, I can. She's got cubs. Okay. right in the cover. Deep, 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 deep in there. They are tiny. That is gorgeous. Fantastic. She's got 2 tiny cubs. They are no more than a week old. Ears are still folded almost flat. They're blind. Very wobbly. They can hardly walk or move. All the time, their mouths are open. They're just gorgeous.
The cubs have tiny spots like a leopard. They'll fade as the cubs get older, but they're great camouflage for the moment.
Oh, they are exquisite. Well, here we are in the season of renewal, and she, Tippy, as I now refer to her, has got her own young family. They are completely helpless, 100% dependent on her for everything. For milk, because that's all they're getting. They haven't even got teeth yet. She's just totally chilled, totally relaxed, which is lovely. What an amazing thing to find. Isn't it a beautiful illustration of just how tender and attentive a massive brute of a predator like that can be?
The future of the Salt Springs Pride looks to be secure.
She might be an easygoing mother, but F51 has successfully got her young kittens through the worst of the winter. Spring is just around the corner. But data from F51's collar reveals disturbing news.
That doesn't make any sense at all.
The email is an alert. Mortality data means that F51's collar hasn't moved at all for 18 hours. It may just have fallen off, but what's concerning is that the GPS data shows that F51 and M85 have crossed paths. While Mark's research has shown that mountain lion fights are rare, the signs are ominous. Mark heads off to solve the mystery. On his way, he scans the snow for clues.
Something's going up and down here I want to look at. Here she is. Here they are running across. Look at the size of M85's footprints. Big, right here.
The trail leads Mark right towards the GPS point indicated by the collar.
This is it. F51 and her family came down this chute. And they must have been making noise, kicking rocks or calling, kittens playing, who knows. And M85 comes up right here, right off his kill. And they engage for the first time right here. And it's boom. It's just covered in cat fur. These cats are actually fighting. In 10 years of studying mountain lions, I've seen this once before. Fur everywhere. Look at them, they've rolled over and they've gone downhill, and there's the first sign of blood. You can see they've slid down the hill down here. Let's just keep following it down. Oh my gosh, I think I can see something from here. Ah, this is exactly what you don't want to see. Ooh, it looks bad. Unbelievable. Ah. Oh.
It's F51. The easygoing mother has been killed by a bite to the head.
51. How many times I've seen her in the wild, slipping around a corner. This is a huge loss for us, a huge loss for the project. I'm just gonna remove the collar. And so, she started a wild mountain lion, and she'll end a wild mountain lion. One question answered. We now know what happened to F51.
Back in the nursery, Min Min's baby is fighting fit. She's now ready to go back to mum. Not as straightforward as it sounds. Min Min may not have had time to bond with her baby, and it will be covered in different smells. So there's a risk she might have nothing to do with her daughter. The team hold the baby in front of Min Min, expecting her to come forward. But she shows little interest. This is not a good sign. After all that she has gone through, there is a real possibility that Min Min will now reject her baby. The keepers move the baby closer. The youngster cries out desperately for mum to pick her up. But she still ignores the helpless baby. The keepers step in. Making Min Min more comfortable, they try again. Then something clicks. To everyone's relief, Min Min's maternal instincts finally kick in, and she gently accepts the baby. Things are at last looking up for the reunited family.
He needs to sedate the elephant so that the snare can be safely removed.
Guys, we are ready. We go help the elephant.
This is good. I'm happy now the vet's here. Fred works alongside a spotter plane to locate the injured bull. He wants to dart it quickly to stop it from suffering.
Okay, so let's go to them. So Fred's managed to fire the dart and the elephant's taken off through the trees, so we're just going to try and locate it. Chopper's on the ground. Oh my goodness. Jeez. It's really shocking.
Kuna box ya black ingine iko huko na nafunguliwa pia hivi.
On his side, the bull's breathing is laboured. We have to move fast to remove the snare.
Oh, there you go, pig.
The poachers have simply used winch cable from a truck. A snare like this is cheap to make. It could have caught any of Weaver's family.
The reason that this animal has endured this unimaginable pain is for this. Its tusks. It's just, it defies belief how cruel people can be to animals and how senseless this whole thing is, that you can cause so much suffering, so much pain for an ornament, simply for an ornament. This poor animal.
He's treated with a special clay that'll help heal the wound.
What do you think, Fred? You think it'll survive?
You can see the guy's body condition is good. He was walking, and also it was getting to another bad level, but it's still okay. It will survive. You see, the bone is not involved.
Okay.
The bone is intact.
Okay.
So when the bone is intact, the soft tissue can easily recover. Yeah.
Finally, the wound is treated with an antibiotic spray. All that remains is to wake him up.
Whoa. Oh my word. Hey, fella. Okay, move back. Not taking any chances.
The gun is ready to mate again. She spent all morning calling for a jaw. But so far there's no reply. When he doesn't appear for 3 days, we all join the search. Picking up his trail, following his footprints. We're all worried. And then we find him, dead. Not killed by poachers, but poisoned by a villager protecting his cattle. But Begani doesn't know her mate is dead. She's still searching for him. She can smell him, but he's gone. She cries for 3 days after his death. We are both heartbroken.